back in 1990, when Steve Barron did the live action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which was blokes dressed up in rubber, in turtle suits, and I think at the time it became one of the most successful, if not the most successful, indie movies of all time. People never think of it as an independent production, but it was technically an independent production. And I noticed recently, I looked it up, and they said it was the second big. I was trying to think what the other one was. Obviously, there've been many more since then. Now, I think the most successful independent production of all time is The Passion of the Christ, which is also the most successful foreign language film of all time. But anyway, back then, this was the thing. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a breakout independent movie, and also it got into all manner of trouble with the BBFC because the British Board of Film Classification had a total downer on martial arts weaponry, even if it was being wielded by blokes dressed as big turtles. And it's funny because you said nostalgic memory. That memory can only be nostalgic because if you have a look at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles now, it's rubbish. I mean, it's really rubbish, the original Teenage Mutant. I don't care what you think about, where you were at the time and blah, blah, blah. I mean, that whole idea, mutated Ninja Turtles living under the streets, it's kind of cute in the comic strip. The film was rubbish. The second film was even more rubbish, as is demonstrated by the fact that Ice-T got involved. No, not Ice-T. What was he called? Ice Cube. Ice Baby.
Could you recognise them? No, the Ice Baby was someone else.
And I don't mean, who's he called? Vanilla Ice. Vanilla Ice.
So much ice.
Vanilla Ice. It wasn't Ice Cube or Ice Tea. Both of whom are very good. It was Vanilla Ice, who was Ice Baby.
Do you prefer Ice Cube or Ice Tea?
Ice Cube, I know from some films that he's made. Yep. Ice Tea, I'm less familiar, although he's been in films as well. But I don't know what I know about rap wouldn't fill the back of a postage stamp, but I do know that when I see Vanilla Ice, I just think of the Men and Motors channel, which is where he ended up.
Is it?
It is.
What's that?
It was exactly what its name suggested. I only know this because I was on a quiz programme presented by Noddy Holder that ended up being rerun for years. Can we move back to the movie?
Yes, go on.
Okay, fine. So, once we've got over Vanilla Ice and so here is the reboot now with Turtles done with CG, with computer graphics, executive produced by Michael Bay, directed by Jonathan Liebesman, although I think the executive producer credit is more important. Now, we were trying to find a clip to play, and Simon, who came in earlier to do the Snapchat thing...
He was the guy, he was great. He told us how to open a Snapchat account.
He did.
How did we do that?
We just did it. We just opened a Snapchat account.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, Dad. So he decided that rather than playing a clip of the movie, which all they had was people running around and whispering, not being very good, he played a little bit of the sort of promo package in which Megan Fox explains Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Here we go.
Okay.
Fall in quietly. If Master Splinter catches us, he'll send us back to the Hashi.
I ain't going back to the Hashi.
Every time we're in the Hashi, it's because of you.
Well, bro, you won't have to worry about me dragging you down anymore.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm going out on my own. First chance I get.
How are we gonna finish our hip-hop Christmas album, bro? You're the hype man. You shut up.
Shut up. Shut up. Johnny. Open my eye.
He's not going anywhere. We all stick together.
As you probably noticed, that was in fact the rubbish whispering clip. That wasn't the Megan Fox explains.
Megan Fox wasn't in that?
No, she wasn't in that.
Oh, okay.
No. But if that was the rubbish whispering one that I thought we weren't going to use, because I thought we were going to use the trailer one, but that's obviously my fault. Is
Simon
it my fault?
Simon has peaked. He
Apparently
was great.
He was great, and now he's Snapchatted his way out. Anyway, in the end, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't really.
Because here's the thing with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It was never that great in the first place. The comic strip, okay. The movie's never any good. So to say that the reboot is every bit as boring and dull as the originals is really no big deal. What's different this time is that it's much louder, it's much glitzier and slimier, it's more boring. The setup is pretty much as before. They've been mutated, living under the sewers. They got the thing, and then there's a shred and all that sort of stuff. So all that's going on. And despite the fact that it's directed by Jonathan Liebesman, you can tell that it's a Michael Bay production. And the reason you can tell that is the shots of Megan Fox's bottom and the jokes about Victoria's Secrets. I mean, bear in mind, this is a kids' franchise, but it's fine because if it's a Michael Bay movie, there has to be a bit in which there's a huge billboard with a Victoria's Secret advert in it, in which the turtles are hiding. See if you can guess where. FNAR. And a shot in which Megan Fox, for no good reason at all, bends over something while somebody looks upon and says, "Oh, that's absolutely wonderful." The rest of it is typical Michael Bay, flat as a pancake humour, totally incoherent action sequences, and that really oddly dated sound effect that he's used in all the Transformers movies, which is when a really big thing is happening, it goes, ah, It's like, you just sort out the digital interference, man. That's not what really big things happen. It's just like in a Michael Bay movie, if anything, a really big thing moving. That's what it does. It's like you go, what is making that noise?
Well, it's
a
a
truck
man
going like that, and then there's a turtle, and there's a thing.
By the way, while Mark is doing that, he has one hand over his mouth, and the other one, the other arm is coming around from the other side and attacking whoever is in the area with a few stabbing actions.
Yeah, but that's the it's the default Michael Bay sound effect for really big stuff happening, and it sounds like you've just got some digital interference, and it turned up really loud, and the humour is dull, the product placement is stunning, the jokes, and the humour is being. Big, loud, noisy, boring. Now, not the worst thing I've seen by quite a long way. It's not bad enough to get really cross about, and it is possible that if you were absolutely, in a state of totally kind of comatose disengagement, you could probably. But my main experience of it was you just go, yeah, that's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Never liked them, don't like them now. Dislike them a little bit more now because of the Michael Bay jokes and the Victoria's Secret adverts. It's otherwise same as before, just louder and more boring.